Hello and welcome to the Outer East Football Netball Show, brought to you by Gameface. I'm Adam Miller, and once again alongside me is Steph Barkers. Good afternoon, Steph.
Good afternoon, Aidan. We've had a very interesting weekend, so plenty to chat about. Even though there wasn't that much footy across Outer East Football Netball, we had Interleague, so yeah. Yeah,
it was good to see all of our junior Interleague in action as well. So congratulations to all those who did make the team throughout the week, and plenty of exciting action which will be covered through our Outer East streaming.
All right, well, let's get straight into what's coming up on the show this week. So we've got Around the Grounds, as we always do, all the latest news for you guys. We've got Ones to Watch. We're going to point out some more players who we think you should be keeping an eye on. Aidan's going to give you his Match of the Round preview. This week's Match of the Round is Berwick Springs and Emerald. We have so many interviews today. I'm really excited for everybody to see those. Of course, we'll be selecting more people for our fantasy football and fantasy netball teams. And last week, it's going to be in today's episode, we decided to join the fight against MND. We did an ice bucket challenge. Stay tuned. It's crazy. It was freezing.
I still don't know why I agreed to it, to be perfectly honest. It was so cold.
But stick around. We can't wait for you to see that vision. Okay, so as we mentioned at the start of the show, we did just have the Interleague Carnival over the long weekend with all our squads competing against other competitions. Congratulations to all our players. And of course, thank you to our coaches, trainers, runners, team managers, and the parents who are, of course, transporting the kids to all the games that they need to get to and cheering really loudly from the sidelines. Thank you so much.
We have another great competition thanks to our partner, Karsha Australia. Your club can win a clean-up of the club rooms or netball court from the Karsha clean-up team. See our socials for details and make sure you enter.
Absolutely. Make sure you enter that one. Of course, this weekend is Soccer to MND round. Make sure you get behind the cause, whether you're wearing socks, you're making your own DIY big freeze events, raising funds. You'll see ours later in the show.
Congratulations to Kyle Ousley and Craig Blake, our coach and volunteer of the month. Thank you for your efforts with the OEFN community.
We also wanted to point out and encourage people to sign up for a new program that's been launched by AFL Victoria. It's for developing female coaches. So the program is set to help anyone who's currently a NAB AFL Auskick coordinator move into a coaching pathway. So please see our socials if you'd like more details on that, or you can reach out to Maddie.
The AFL have also announced grants for junior and youth girl uniforms. Visit play.afl uniform grants to learn more and apply.
From a netball point of view, the Woolworths Pick Fresh, Play Fresh grants are open now. So entries are open to any Australian netball club or association with a Woolworths Net Set Go Centre. The grants are up to $8,000, and there's also a $20,000 grant for a People's Choice Award. So go to the link on your screen right now. Make sure you get involved with that, and good luck if you enter.
We are also now on TikTok as well. Our account name is Outer East Football and Netball, so make sure you get around the TikTok page. There's going to be plenty of content on there as well.
All right, let's look at ones to watch for this week. Some players that we think you guys should be keeping your eye on that are making an impact in our competition. First and foremost, we have Bailey Forbes from a men's footy point of view, a centre half back from Mount Evelyn. Bailey's been named in the best players 6 of 8 rounds so far. He is leading Premier Division in intercept marks. He's also leading his team in intercept and contested marks and 1%ers, and he has a total disposal efficiency of 72%, making a massive impact for those guys. Heaps of marks through the back line, really strong runner. Yeah, just absolutely killing it. So definitely keep your eye on him.
Another one is Aisha Coleridge from Pakenham. She's been one of the best players twice this season. She's already kicked 23 goals so far, with multiple goals in all games except for 2 of them. She's a strong mark up forward. She reads the play really well, gets herself into good positions, and also she is in my fantasy team at the moment, so I couldn't miss out on Aisha. And Danica Corliss from Woorialla, the goal attack. 124 goals so far this season, only missed the 1 game. She's got a record of 29 goals in round 8 against Gembrook Cockatoo. That's her best performance, I should say, and really good at holding her position in the circle to create those scoring opportunities.
For sure. Keep your eye on all those players. But now, let's get into our Match of the Round preview for this weekend.
So Match of the Round this week will be between Berwick Springs and Emerald. It is a grand final rematch from Division 1 of last year, of course, which saw Emerald win the game by 59 points. So they will face each other for the first time since that game. Both sides currently 11th and 12th on the ladder with just the one win, so it's a big opportunity for both of them to be able to get a win. I reckon we'll likely see Jake Petter and Connor Gooley from both sides, Jake, of course, of Emerald, and Connor from Berwick Springs, go head-to-head in the middle. And Emerald have been without Lachie Hoy and David Johnson, so it will be interesting to see whether those two players come in and can have an impact for the Bombers. In the netball, Berwick Springs v Emerald as well, 5th v 12th. Emerald 5 and 3, going pretty well this season. Berwick Springs yet to get a win so far. Laura Walker will likely line up on either Kayla Lalanting or Mackenzie Fox. Kayla also missed last game, so we will see whether she does come back into the side, and we will probably see Krista Tomlinson go head-to-head with Hayley Van Polen in the centre.
Well, let's jump into some interviews now. We obviously had a week off the show last week with the long weekend, but the weekend before our match of the round was Gembrook Cockatoo and Warri Yellick, and Aidan interviewed the Gembrook Cockatoo A-grade captain, Hollie Burton, before the match.
Well, we're here with Gembrook Cockatoo A-grade netball captain Hollie Burton. And Hollie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's very good to have you here today. And I think the first question we're going to ask is, this season so far, you've had a couple of wins. You struggled a little bit last season. What's been some of the key changes you've made?
I've got new combinations on the court, a couple new faces, some old faces. We're just gelling really well this year, so it's all good.
What have been some of the key focuses for season 2024?
Just getting around each other, a bit more confidence behind our game plays, and yeah, just backing one another.
How are you feeling going in towards today's game?
I'm feeling pretty confident. I think it'll be tough, but it'll be a good challenge for us, and I think, yeah, we're all looking forward to it.
And a bit of rain last night as well, so the courts are looking a little bit slippery. Does that change some of the preparations going in?
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be a bit slippery, so we'll just have to watch our feet and just hope for the best.
All right, thank you very much for joining us today, Hollie. Really appreciate it, and good luck for today.
Thank you. Thanks heaps.
Our next interview for this episode is with Claire Hyett. She was the Interleague coach of the under-16 girls over the long weekend. Let's see what she had to say about the carnival. All right, well, I'm here with Claire, who's the coach of the under-16 girls. We've just finished the last game of the carnival. I personally don't feel like the scoreboard reflected the girls' effort, so they haven't had a win, but great passages of play. They've gotten better as the time's gone on. The pressure was fantastic. How do you feel like it's gone?
Yeah, I was really happy with the way the girls played for the whole tournament. I think, as you said, the scoreboard definitely didn't reflect the efforts and the energy and the pressure that the girls had during the game. It was really good to see. I think each game we had an improvement, and that was reflected on the scoreboard. So I think, we went from not being able to hit the scoreboard on the first game to kicking 2 goals in the game today. And I thought that was really great. I think that's good to see that improvement over the 3 games.
For sure. And coaching, why did you get involved with the Interleague program?
Yeah, well, I only started playing footy about 4 years ago for my local club, and I got into coaching sort of second year. I coached an under-16s local team, and I was approached this year and asked if I wanted to sort of take on this role, and I thought, it's a good opportunity to sort of develop my own skills as well as, help out some local girls as well. So
amazing.
Yeah.
And then just one more for you. What do you think the benefits are for the players when they get selected for an Interleague squad?
Yeah, sure. I was thinking about this actually in terms of if I had actually started playing a little bit earlier. I know I would have got so much out of a program like this. I think number one, you get to meet people from across the comp, play with a different group of players and sort of test yourself, challenge yourself. You might be put in different positions, and that allows you to be a more versatile player in the future. And I think as well, you just play against some better competition out in the different leagues. So that's always going to help improve your game, and you get that opportunity to learn some new things as well.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
And our lucky last interview for this episode, I had a chat with Lachie Taylor. He was the Interleague coach of the under-15 boys. He's also the senior men's captain for Olinda Ferny Creek, and he's currently coaching the under-14s at Olinda Ferny Creek as well. I'm here with Lachie, the coach of the under-15s Interleague squad, also the captain of Olinda Ferny Creek seniors. We've just finished the last match of the carnival. How do you feel like it went overall?
I thought massive improvements from our first game. Obviously, I think it was 70, 80 points in the end. And this game, Mornington actually beat Southeast, so we were kind of coming in, and once we saw them before the game, we knew we were going to be really outsized. But just our scrap and just desire and pressure was like phenomenal. So all our boys played above their height and weight, and it was a tremendous effort. I thought there was a period there where we looked like we were going to win it, and then they just kind of kicked a couple late goals, which kind of put the lead out. But super proud of the boys.
Mm-hmm. So would you agree that perhaps for both games really the scoreboard didn't necessarily reflect the effort?
Definitely. Yeah. Nah, and obviously, like Mornington, they start training since January, so they did a full pre-season. They actually went down to Tassie, played a couple games down there, so you could tell that they had a lot of synergy, whereas us, we had a little bit of a trial period, made the squad, and then I think we only had 6 or 7 trainings in the end. So it's not a whole lot of time to build that cohesion, but no, overall, definitely positive.
Perfect. And then why did you want to get involved in the Interleague program and become a coach?
Just because coaching is something I want to do when I'm older, I guess. So this was like the kind of first step. Beta, I've got a good relationship with him. Obviously being from Olinda, so he just rang and said, would I be open to it? So I was like, for sure, because it's the first stepping stone, I hope.
Perfect. And then speaking of Olinda, you're obviously the captain there, out injured at the moment, but how are you finding the Olinda season so far?
Yeah, pleasing. Obviously last year, I think, second last, it was a challenging year. There was Ginkgo's last year as coach, and it was kind of just a lot of off-field change.
Fifth now though.
Fifth now, yeah. Deal Wilson came in. There's been just a lot of change. A few boys came back. We're a lot more mature. We brought in a couple good recruits, Boxy, GR, and then a couple 2017 Premiership players came back, and it's just kind of made us a little bit more solid, I guess, on game day. And as a result, our younger guys, that they are now, like, we're giving them a little bit more time to develop, but they're starting to shine through. So, yeah, really positive start this year.
Amazing. And you're also coaching at Olinda, is that right?
Yeah,
Under
14s,
14 side.
Yeah.
How's that going?
We haven't lost a game. I think our average winning margin's about 10 goals.
Nice.
Yeah, we got some genuine talent, like Spencer, you interviewed him before. Jesse, we've got a lot of really, really solid players. So, loving that. It's
Amazing.
Good fun.
Yeah, incredible. All right, well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And yeah,
Cool.
congratulations. Enjoy the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Last segment for the show for this week will be once again fantasy football and netball. We're going to select a couple more of our players. We're going to select our other half forward flank, our other forward pocket, and we will be selecting our wing attack for netball as well. So, Steph, we might get you to run through your selections first.
All right, for footy this week, I'm going to go with Lauren Langford from Officer. And for my half forward flank, I'm going to select Josh Edwards from Alexandra.
There we go. For football, I'm going to go firstly on the half forward flank. I'm going to go with Maddie Ward from Warburton Wesburn, who already kicked 14 goals this season. Her biggest haul was 5 against Thornton Ilden in round 3. So she's going to be my other half forward flank. And in the forward pocket, I'm going to go with Carmen Bacaro. He's kicked 9 goals this season. Missed the first couple of games in the senior side playing in the reserves, but he is one of the better small forwards in the competition, in my opinion. Biggest haul of 5 goals, which is in the game just recently against Mount Evelyn as well. So he's just hitting a bit of form. Similarly to Aaron Mullet, my other small forward. He can also play tall as well. He can lead up and take plenty of marks as well. Very good at ground level. So they're my 2 selections at half forward flank and half forward pocket,
Lovely. Very strong selections there. Well, let's jump over to netball. Who have you picked for your wing attack this week?
I have to go with Maddie Morn from Narre Warren. She's a mainstay in that A-grade side, which has been the best team probably in the competition for the last couple of years as well. And you do see a couple of changes through Narre Warren, but Maddie is always a mainstay, so it was very hard to go past her.
I've gone with Brittany Tate from Wandon. I feel like she's pretty versatile, just a really strong attacker. Love the way that she feeds the ball to both the shooters. So, yeah, hard to go past her. But I feel like both our teams are pretty strong at the moment. Hard to split.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close, I reckon, at the end of the year. So that's pretty much all there is to talk about in our fantasy football for this week.
Okay, well, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We are about to show you the clip of our DIY Big Freeze. A massive thank you to everyone in the Outer East office for getting around us, participating. I'm sure they had a great time throwing icy water all over us.
I think the second you mentioned that, Steph, they were all in.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's take a look at our DIY Big Freeze.
Well, welcome to all our Outer East viewers and listeners to the Outer East Football Netball Show. And, well, this is going to be our version of the Big Freeze. It is very cold out here at the moment, and in a couple of moments, Steph and I are going to have a couple of icy cold buckets of water over the top of us. So please, if you're watching, make sure you donate to MND Australia and support the cause, and let's fight the beast. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God.
Well, that pretty much wraps up all there is to talk about in the Outer East this week. Don't forget, if there's anything that you want to see in the show, make sure you leave a comment down below. Steph, thank you again for joining me as well in the studio today. And for all those tuning in, don't forget to get your game face on.